What's going on, guys? I'm glad you're here at Seaver Shoots, back with another video. Before I get into what I am talking about today, first of all, I wanted to let you know that I am not shorter than usual. I am just sitting on my new shop stool. I find it way more comfortable to do videos this way than standing for a long period of time. So this is probably how you're going to see things from now on. The next thing I wanted to talk about is my buddy Dan the holster man from McKinney Holsters. Dan does awesome work. I sent him a picture of this P320. He's in a group. We're both in a group together with a bunch of buddies, and we just talk about guns, right? So I sent a picture of this, and he cranked out this holster for me in his new plaid blue. I think it's really good looking. Now, your gun is not a Dairy Queen Blizzard, but you'll see we have good retention here. And I think that this is just a really slick setup in general. Obviously, he accounts for optics, suppressor height sights. He can throw your lights on there and whatever color combination you want, and it's not going to cost you any extra to get all of those things added on. Like other holster companies will add like 15 for the color and 10 for the light, and who knows what else. It's all one base price for Dan, the holster man at McKinney Holsters. And then on top of that, these things absolutely kill it in the concealing game. You'll notice my other brand that I absolutely love, Faith Family Freedom. That is dangerous but good. I love all of their apparel. Check them out as well. They are not a sponsor of any way, shape, or form, although I would love it if they were. Let's get in to this guy. You'll obviously see and notice that it has changed since the last time I did a video on it. We are now through 3,000 rounds with this barrel, this slide, and this frame, and this fire control unit. So all of that has seen a lot. You'll notice that the bottom here, the mag well, is pretty well used at this point, which is absolutely awesome. I have loved this grip frame, but that's not what I'm talking about today. I've already done a review of that. Today I'm just talking about the updates to it, and then I'm going to give you a little preview at the end of more updates that are on their way. So obviously I now have a red dot up here. I have joined the dot gang, and I am super happy about it. I will never leave. This thing is absolutely amazing, and I cannot imagine going back to iron sights, although I know that I will have to with other guns that I have that are not optics ready. But if I can, I will slap an optic on a firearm from now on, because this is just automatic. I felt like once I had it zeroed that I just couldn't miss. It's really great. So this is the Holosun 507C V2. You might be wondering, how did I mount it on here? Because these are not cut for that. Well, I sent this slide off to C&H Precision, and I'm going to do a separate video on them and some frustrations that I've had with them, although I do maintain that they are fantastic. They know what they're doing. I just have some things that haven't quite been cleared up yet, but I have my dot up here thanks to them, and I am very grateful for that. They have done a little sealing plate for me as well. You might not really be able to see it because it is ultra thin sitting under there, but it also has a little spot here at the front that's difficult to see. Oh, right there you can kind of see that little black lip sticking up, and that plate is really just hugging this guy, and then the screws are going straight through the optic, obviously, straight through that plate and into the slide directly. Anyway, really awesome setup. Had no issues with it. I've only done 200 rounds with this and this guy on here. But I just wanted to talk about the 507C V2 for a second, because it will get its own review. But just like my 512C that sits on my AR-15, I am running the circle dot because I just love the circle dot. I'm not saying that just the dot is bad, because I've tried it and I do like it. But what I like about the circle dot is that if I'm shooting at like a silhouette, and if I get the shoulders of that silhouette into that circle, then the dot ends up somewhere in here, right in the pumps and the pipes, and that's what I really like. Now, I love that I can stay target focused and still have a little bit of focus on just the dot itself and the circle as well over my target. Like I said, getting the shoulders, or if I'm shooting on a gong, for example, getting the gong in that circle is just super easy, and then it's hard to miss at this point, if I'm being honest. It really does feel like I'm cheating. Battery life, amazing. Choice of 3 different reticles, amazing. The crispness of the sight itself, the light is not wavering or blinking. I haven't experienced any of that. The clarity of the glass is great. It's a little blue, but that's every optic that you're going to look through for the most part. So I think that it's just really solid, and it just looks great. It looks at home up here on this P320X carry. Let's talk about the Surefire X300 that I threw on here. I am a stickler. I absolutely love flush fit everything. I want the light to be flush fit, but the APLC just didn't have enough oomph for me, and neither does the TLR7. As great as those lights are, and I think that they have their place, I wanted something that just had way more, and this guy has 1,000 lumens, so I couldn't help myself. I slapped this guy on here. I got away from my rule of thumb, which is flush fit. The one thing that I'll say that I don't like about this, outside of the fact that it sticks out super far, is the switching mechanism. I don't love that it's down and up to get it on, and that center is off. And the reason is because I feel like I have to do everything with both hands. So for example, when I'm pressing out to turn it on, I will press down with my index finger to get it on. Well, now if I want to turn it off, I have to push up, which isn't easy. And if I overdo it, I'm all the way up, and that keeps it on. Not good. So let's go back to down. Now if I want to turn it off, I reach forward with my support hand thumb, and sometimes I overdo it there too. So I actually am balancing. I've got both my thumb and my index finger on it to make sure that it gets back to center and turns off. I don't love that. And I'm looking into the switches that are just a little bit longer, because I've heard those help with that problem specifically. So I'm going to give that a shot. And if I don't love that still, maybe I'll start thinking about the Wild 2 instead of, or is it the Wild 1? I don't know. The new Enforce light that's bigger and has 1,000 lumens. I'm going to start looking into that guy, because I love the light output, and using it at night is fantastic, especially compared to those micro lights. But I just don't love the switching mechanism. Now, I want to make sure to add a note here. I really like those compact lights, and they have a place on compact guns, on, like, I'd say on Micro 9s. All the new Micro 9s coming out, those are the perfect lights for them, in my opinion. So they have a place, but I don't think their place is on a 17+1 capacity firearm like this guy. Those are my updates with this. I love this. I love everything about it. The way it shoots, the way it looks, it's great. I am changing it though. This frame is about to get retired, and I wish that Polymer 80 would make a long slide version of this exact frame, and maybe they will eventually. But for now, I have moved on. So I got a Wilson Combat frame. I got one from a specific company that decks them out in this gunmetal gray and the nice laser stippling. It is Armory Craft. That's what that AC is for. And the reason I wanted the long slide is because I have a Parker Mountain Machine comp barrel combo coming for this guy. And that's going to push the barrel length out to about here. Not all the way to the end of the Surefire X300, but close. And I want it to be flush. I love it when my dust cover is flush. Like the light, I'm getting over it, I'm getting used to it, but I want my dust cover to be flush with my slide. So if we superimpose these two, you'll notice that's kind of what we're getting at. And then obviously on the end, on this side, throw that comp on, and we will have a really nice flush fit. It is going to look so good. So say goodbye to the Polymer 80 frame. Obviously it's not going away forever, but it will go away for this next P320 upgrade that I'm doing. This thing is going to continue to evolve until I get it right where I want it. And then, because of how user-friendly the SIG website is now, I'm probably just going to build a new P320 from scratch and do something completely different from it. Maybe have this become the long comped, like, battle ready guy and make more of a concealed carry but still freaking awesome P320 build on the other side of things. But for now, here it comes. This guy is going to evolve and become super awesome. Guys, if you liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, let me know down in the comment section so that I can make my videos better for you. And as always, I will catch you later.